Not too long ago, Tyson Fury's name was on everyone's lips, with some hailing him as the ultimate heavyweight champion in history. His speed, towering stature, and unique style were deemed impossible to match by any past or present heavyweight contender. Even those who debated this claim often conceded that in today's boxing landscape, Fury reigns supreme as the #1 force to reckon with. Lately, there's been a shift in perception, casting shadows of doubt over his once praised skills. His achievements are now under intense scrutiny. With perhaps the most significant fight of his career looming, the pivotal question arises. Can Tyson Fury silence his critics with a stellar performance, or is this the beginning of his downfall? In 2018, Fury's boxing comeback surprised many. After a hiatus of over 2.5 years in which he was battling severe depression and neglecting his physical health, expectations were low. His struggle with substance abuse and a significant weight gain to over 181 kilograms seemed to overshadow his potential return. However, against the odds and with the support of his family and faith, Fury defied his demons and staged a remarkable turnaround. He returned to the gym, shedding weight steadily with a singular focus on Deontay Wilder. Fury eased back into the ring with victories over Albanian fighter Sif Sifi and Italian fighter Francesco Pinetta. Then, in December 2018, he faced Wilder for the first time, and the bout exceeded expectations. Fury showcased superior boxing skills, exposing Wilder's stiffness and lack of agility. However, as often seen with Wilder, his opponents must maintain perfection for 12 rounds while he only needs one perfect moment to change the course of the fight. In the 9th round, Wilder landed a decisive blow, flooring Fury. Astonishingly, he repeated this in the 12th, leaving Fury seemingly out for the count momentarily. Yet, against all odds, Fury rose again, launching a fierce counterattack for the remainder of the round. Despite deserving a clear victory, the fight went to the scorecards, resulting in a controversial draw. While the fairy tale ending eluded him, Fury's resilience and performance won over many admirers throughout the match. After this, Fury faced Wallen, who had an unbeaten record. During the match, Tyson endured a surprising cut on his right eyebrow in the 12th round, resulting in his face being drenched in blood. However, he triumphed with a unanimous decision, adding another victory to his belt by defeating yet another undefeated opponent. Yet, little did he know that the cut he bore would return to haunt him later. In his interview after the fight, Fury challenged Wilder to a rematch, igniting excitement for their second showdown scheduled for the next year. The highly anticipated rematch unfolded in Las Vegas, Nevada, in February 2020. Given the uncertainty from their first encounter, fans were divided on predicting the victor. However, the actual bout was surprisingly one-sided, with Fury showcasing dominance by sending Wilder to the canvas twice in rounds 3 and 5. In the 5th round, Fury displayed a level of aggression not seen in their initial bout. By the 7th round, Wilder's corner threw in the towel to halt the fight, protecting him from additional punishment. Fury seemed capable of continuing for several more rounds effortlessly. This remarkable performance solidified Fury's status as the unrivaled champion of the heavyweight division. Having decisively defeated Wilder, Fury believed he had conquered the pinnacle of opponents, leaving no doubts about his supremacy. Wilder, under their contract's terms, activated a rematch clause, setting the stage for another battle. Initially set for July 2020, the rematch faced numerous delays due to the pandemic and other factors, frustrating Tyson. His impatience grew, particularly since he had no desire for another fight against Wilder. As 2021 arrived, he explored alternative avenues. His team initiated discussions for a bout against Anthony Joshua. With Fury possessing the WBC heavyweight title he acquired from Wilder, and Joshua regaining his titles from Ruiz in their rematch, a showdown between them promised to crown the undisputed heavyweight champion, a feat not achieved since 1999. After extensive negotiations, it seemed that all agreements were in place for the fight to proceed as planned. However, mere days before the scheduled event, it was abruptly called off. Unbeknownst to many, there was an ongoing arbitration case, with Wilder pushing for a rematch with Fury. A U.S. judge ultimately sided with Wilder, leaving Fury with no option but to proceed with the Trilogy fight. This turn of events deeply irked Anthony, leading him to express his frustration on Twitter, accusing Fury of disappointing boxing fans and betraying their trust. Fury fired back, stating that Anthony's team was well aware of the ongoing arbitration case, emphasizing that it was beyond his control. With Anthony and Fury's matchup sidelined, the WBO mandated Anthony to defend his title against the Ukrainian southpaw Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk boasted an impressive record of 16 wins and no losses, including 12 knockouts. His bout against Anthony was slated for September 2021. Going into the fight, Anthony and Fury were heavily favored, with fans eagerly anticipating their eventual super fight. However, the outcomes were far from expected. Usyk posed challenges that Anthony couldn't overcome despite his size and experience. Usyk's speed, precision, and timing overwhelmed Anthony, coupled with his superior stamina. During the fight, Usyk's dominance was evident, inflicting significant damage and nearly knocking Anthony out. Ultimately, Usyk claimed victory via unanimous decision, stripping Joshua of his belts and disrupting the Anthony-Fury narrative significantly. 2 weeks later, Fury faced Wilder for their third and decisive battle. This bout proved to be the most captivating of all, with both fighters showcasing significant moments. Fury managed to knock down Wilder in the third round, initially mirroring their previous encounter. However, Wilder staged a comeback in the fourth round, sending Fury to the canvas twice. For a moment, it seemed like Wilder might seize victory, but Fury rallied, demonstrating his resilience. As the fight progressed, the contrast in endurance between the two fighters became increasingly apparent. Wilder bulked up for this fight, aiming for increased durability against the taller and heavier Fury. However, this strategy backfired as the added muscle demanded more oxygen and blood, leading to quicker fatigue. Wilder seemed exhausted earlier than in their previous bout. In the later rounds, Fury relentlessly attacked with combinations and powerful body shots. In the 10th round, he scored a second knockdown, and in the 11th, a devastating right hook from Tyson left Wilder unconscious. This moment marked Fury's ascent to the pinnacle of the heavyweight division, earning him the respect and admiration of boxing fans worldwide. However, despite establishing himself as the fighter to defeat, he has since eroded much of the progress he once achieved. After a period of no fight scheduled, discussions about a potential Fury versus Anthony matchup resurfaced. Fury set a deadline, stating that if Joshua didn't sign the contract by 5 p.m. on September 26th, he would withdraw the offer. When this deadline passed without action from Joshua, Fury moved on, opting for a fight that garnered little interest from fans. Fury and Derek Chisora had squared off twice before, with Fury easily dispatching Chisora on both occasions. Given this history, there wasn't much to gain from another fight between them besides financial gain for both. He proceeded to dominate Chisora in their match, essentially transforming him into his own punching target, ultimately securing victory through TKO. This outcome left fans feeling vexed, yet as the new year dawned, a glimmer of hope emerged with the onset of discussions between Fury and Usyk for a potential showdown. April 29, 2023, was marked as the definitive date for the anticipated clash, although negotiations were far from smooth sailing. Usyk and his camp pushed for an equal split in the fight purse, but Fury remained steadfastly opposed to such terms. He delivered a decisive ultimatum, stating that Usyk's team deserved only 30% or nothing at all. Surprisingly, Usyk and his team acquiesced to Fury's terms on the spot. It appeared that an agreement had been reached until Fury unexpectedly objected to including a rematch clause in the contract. This sudden twist of events resulted in the collapse of the anticipated fight. Usyk's manager lamented the predicament, noting that despite their willingness to compromise, Fury continually pushed for greater concessions. Rumors swirled, suggesting Fury's strategy aimed at minimizing risk while maximizing gains. By then, Fury's once solid reputation had taken a significant blow, and things were about to take a darker turn. That summer, it was announced to be fighting Francis Ngannou, a superstar mixed martial artist making his crossover to boxing. This incident highlighted Fury's tendency to opt for the easier path, banking on a substantial payday with seemingly minimal risk. However, Fury's underestimation of his opponent proved costly. He entered the fight ill-prepared, lacking fitness and consequently displaying a slower and more predictable performance. As a result, Francis capitalized on Fury's shortcomings. During the third round, Francis landed a powerful left hook that sent Fury tumbling. While Tyson managed to recover, he never quite found his rhythm throughout the fight. Francis showcased solid basics and delivered an impressive performance, especially considering it was his debut in boxing. However, despite Fury's narrow victory by split decision, the consensus was clear: everyone recognized Francis as the true winner of the night. At this juncture, Fury's actions seemed to tarnish boxing's image. He not only dodged bouts fans eagerly anticipated but also brought embarrassment to the sport with his lackluster performance against Francis. Yet, a chance for redemption emerged as he agreed to face Usyk in December 2023. However, due to the significant damage he sustained in his bout with Ngannou, the fight was postponed to February 2024. For the first time in a while, doubts arose about Fury's ability to succeed, sparking curiosity about the eventual outcome. Just weeks before the anticipated showdown, Fury faced a setback as a sparring session left him with a cut above his right eyebrow. This forced a postponement of the battle to May 18th. Despite the delay, Fury remains resolute, declaring his determination to triumph in his upcoming bout against Usyk. Yet questions linger as to whether Fury can recapture the ferocity that vanquished Wilder, adding an element of uncertainty to the impending clash.